right, we will start. And we're going to work on balance today. Balance is probably one of the things that we've been seeing all week long, especially there was the air show this last weekend and we got to see people walking, and it was really interesting to see people not balancing. So we're going to work on balance. So we'll start here, feet parallel, hips width apart. Here's your ASIS, here's your pubic symphysis. So really get those feet at hips width apart. Push down with your big toe and the corresponding metatarsal head, with the big toe heading off forward. The outer four toes and the corresponding metatarsal heads, but especially that pinky toe, and finally your heel. 1/3 the way through the balls of your feet, 1/3 the way through your toes, and 1/3 the way through your heels. Okay? Now that we have that, abs are nice and tight, we're going to put a slight bend in the knees, turn the knees out. First chakra, that's your pelvic floor, fires up. Second chakra, that activates. Third chakra closes up. That's going to lift us nice and tall in the athletic ready position, which is springy on the bottom, long on the top, head relaxed. Okay, so we're going to work on balance from here. Suck in your tummy, engage your core as you balance onto your left foot. It's just a matter of lifting your foot up. You shouldn't have to push up, but it's just a matter of raising your foot up. Get that balance, abs are nice and tight, your core is on. Your breathing's going, shoulder blades are down and back. Just feel what the balance feels like. And then we're gonna switch to the other side. Feel what the balance feels like, feel what the pressure against your foot feels like. And then we're gonna go back onto our left foot. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking your tummy. We're gonna try to balance with our eyes closed. See what that feels like. See if you lose your breath or your breathing changes or your stability changes. Try to keep the work at your hips and not in your neck or your arms or your foot. Keep your eyes closed, we're gonna switch over to the right side. Notice what your balance feels like on this side. Is it exactly the same or is it different? Did the work go into your knee or your foot, or did it stay at your hips? Did it go into your head or your neck or your hands? Try to keep it in your abs and your core. And good, balance back onto your left foot. You're gonna take your right foot forward and off the ground. Left hand forward, right hand back, abs are nice and tight. So here's what's important. Your hand's at the level of your navel, and your right hand's at the equivalent height behind you. Chest is up. Okay. And then we're gonna take that right leg back behind you, left hand behind you, right hand forward. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in that tummy. Lift tall. Breathe, keep those toes down. Good. Okay, we're gonna come back onto 2 feet. Right foot's down, left foot forward, right hand forward, left hand back. Remember, level of your navel in the front and the back. Your rear hand's your counterbalancing hand, so it has to be at the same height or higher. Chest is up. And back onto your left foot. We're gonna try this all with your eyes closed.
We didn't go backwards.
We didn't go backwards, sorry. Left leg back, right hand back. What is this? Left hand forward. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. Notice what your balance is like. Core is on. Watch the alignment of your knees as we now switch. You're gonna be on your left foot, right foot goes forward, left hand goes forward, right hand goes back. You're gonna close your eyes. See what your balance is like, taking a step forward, and have the light suddenly go out. Good. Take your left leg back behind, or right leg back behind you, left hand back, right hand forward. Woo. Notice what your balance is like. Oh, mine is off balance. There we go. Tighten your abs, tighten your core. Get the stability, get the line that makes you safe. Good. Balance on your right foot, Left leg goes forward, right hand goes forward, left hand goes back. Woo, take that step forward. It is okay if you bobble or weave. This is the time to do it, not when you're actually taking a step in the dark. Okay, take your left leg back behind you. Right hand back, left hand forward. Woo. Abs are nice and tight, balance is on. There is always something you can work on. Okay, got it. And then back on 2 feet, you can open your eyes up. See what stance feels like, see what hips width apart feels like. Abs are engaged still, shoulder blades are down and back, hip circles. Smiles are up. And then go in the opposite direction. Even we're gonna do 8 in the opposite direction. Abs. Okay, now we
10.
Fine. We're gonna do simple just footwork first. We're gonna just let your toes hang off the edge of the block. Your toes are gonna go down, you're gonna grip the block. Then you're gonna raise your toes up and lift your toes down. Chest up now, don't look at your toes. Knee alignment, get everything correct. We're gonna bend both knees now. Curl your toes around, lift your toes up. Just feel what it feels like to articulate each one of your toes around the edge of the block like you're grabbing onto the countertop if you were falling. So Maria and I were on a boat this weekend, and that meant it was wet, it was slippery, and it was rocking. We saw how much we had to engage our toes in order to stay on the boat, okay? Heel's gonna go off the end of the block. You're gonna stay in that bent knee position, feet are parallel. You're gonna lower that heel down, lift it up, lower. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. Abs are nice and tight.
10.
Good. Switch sides. This is going to start easy, but it's going to get progressively harder. Curl your toes around, lift your toes up, curl your toes around. So unless you're on a slippery moving deck, there's no reason to over-clench your toes, but because we're not on slippery, wet moving decks, we have to practice our toes.
10.
Okay, take our foot off the end, or heel off the end of the block. Abs are nice and tight, both knees are bent. Lift, lower your heel. Suck in that tummy. Relax your hands.
10.
Okay, we're gonna hang our toes off the end again. We're gonna have both bent knees, chest is up. Now we're gonna work balance. You should feel all the work and energy in your butt cheek. Your quad is on, abs are nice and tight. You're gonna just try to balance. It's not gonna be easy. That's why we're practicing. This is balance without your toes. Abs.
10.
Good. Switch sides. All right, here you go. You're balancing, you're low. Abs are nice and tight. You can see how this would come in handy. Ooh. Is that 10?
9, 10.
Okay. Take your heel off the end of the block. Abs are engaged, shoulder blades are down and back, both knees are bent. Lift up. Oh. Keep your balance going on, abs are on. Okay, switch sides. So we have our knees bent. This is athletic ready posture. So this should be easier than what we're gonna do next.
10.
Okay, you're gonna do it again. Toes are off the end of the block, legs are straight. Try to do it keeping your core on. Unfortunately, we're pretty comfortable with this because we have a bad tendency to balance on our heels. And it's also straight legs, so it's closer to our comfort zone. Eyes up, smiles up.
10.
Okay, switch sides. Straight legs. Suck in your tummy. Abs are nice and tight. Whoa. Just see what your balance is like. We're trying to get the motion and stability from your hips and your core. This is what it was like being on that boat. And now your heel's gonna come off the end of the block. Your legs are straight. Your feet are parallel. And we're balancing.
Did we do this?
Nope, not with our legs straight. Ooh.
10.
Okay, switch sides. Heels off the end of the block. Try not to excessively use your calves. Your calves. Try to use your quads and your butt, abs, and your lats.
10.
Okay, now the fun begins. We're doing some balance and stability. Your left foot will go on the block. Your right foot will go back behind you. Okay, we're gonna bend that front leg. Your toes are hanging off the end. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up. Okay, shoulder blades are down and back. We're just gonna hold this position. Try to take your hands off anything that stabilizes you. You're gonna balance the work. Spine is straight. Remember, we're working muscles and not joints. So we wanna work the quads, we wanna work the butt. Abs are engaged, lats are on. Keep breathing. You should feel your quad and your butt working. What number is that?
10.
Okay, we're gonna switch sides. You can do your initial setup with the roller. Okay, once you're in that initial setup and everything feels right, your foot's back behind you, both feet are parallel. The work and energy is in your quad and your butt, not in your knee or your low back. Your abs are engaged, your lats are on, your chest is up, you're hinging forward. Notice if one side was definitely easier than the other. Left hand forward, right hand back, chest up. No pressure in your back. Keep breathing.
10.
Okay, we're switching sides. This time your heel's off the block. How you doing, Gillen? Okay, abs are engaged, shoulder blades are down and back, abs are nice and tight. You're gonna hinge forward, chest is up, suck in that tummy, push that right thigh back, feet are parallel. Right hand forward, left hand back, abs engaged, no pressure in your low back or your knees. Should be in your butt and your quad. Abs.
10.
Switch sides. Should be getting easier. You can initially set up holding the roller, but we're gonna eventually let go. Feet are parallel, rear leg is back behind you, chest is up, abs are nice and tight. Push your hips back, knee is over the top of your foot. Left hand forward, right hand back. Abs are nice and tight. Just feel what it feels like to engage only muscles, no joints. Okay, good. Now we go back to work, because this is far too easy. Okay, you're gonna put your whole foot on the block. You're gonna balance with your left leg forward. All the work's in your quad and your butt, your spine straight, your rear leg's back behind you. You're pushing your hips back, your knees over the top of your foot. Right hand forward, left hand back. Suck in your tummy, chest goes up. You're gonna lift and lower that rear leg. Always putting it back to the same spot. Your head should not move. Suck in that tummy. You should feel your butt working and your quad working. Feel that? Feel it going? Don't use your mouth though.
10.
Okay, let's switch sides. Okay, leg is back behind you. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back, knees over the top of your foot. Hinging forward. Abs. Lift, lower that rear leg back behind you without moving your head. Left hand forward, right hand back. Remember your right hand's your counterbalance. Suck in that tummy. Is that 10? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, all the muscles are turned on. We're going to put our right hand on the block, roller. Left foot's on the block. Left hand's on your knee. For starters, we're going to do our sit-ups. You're going to suck in your tummy as hard as you can. And then release. Suck in your tummy and release. Is that a new shirt? Suck in your tummy and release. Okay, here we go. You're gonna let go. Both arms are gonna go back behind you. Abs are nice and tight. Push those hips back. Quad is on, butt is on. Low back muscles are stabilizing. They're not putting pressure in there. No rounding your spine. As we now hinge from the hip, and then we're gonna come back up. Nice and slow, good form. Watch the alignment, knee over the top of your foot. Whoa, and watch your balance. Smiles are up. This is just focalizing more energy in your butt and your quad.
10.
Okay. Now you can sweep that leg across midline. Both feet are parallel. Arms are back behind you. Front knee is bent. Knee is now not over the top of your foot. Chest up, abs engaged. Hinge forward, come back up. Straight spine, no pressure in your low back. It's all in your butt and your quad. Nothing in your knee, neck, or shoulders.
10.
Okay, switch sides. So this goes back to a really good important point. Nobody has bad balance. If you have bad balance, you'd be wearing a helmet. If you are detecting that you're falling off balance, you actually have good balance. And so what we need to do is strengthen so you don't fall off balance and notice it. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. Watch the alignment, knee over top of your foot.
Are we doing?
Oh, our sit-ups first. Thank you, Miss Maria. Suck in your tummy as hard as you can, release, suck it in, release. Just setting you up to stabilize your core and not put any pressure in your low back. Push your hips back. Okay, and then here we go. Let me just get my foot in the right place. Okay, hands back behind you, abs are nice and tight. We're gonna hinge forward, come back up. Notice what your balance is like. Suck in that tummy, no pressure in your low back, all in your quad and your butt. Keep breathing.
10.
Okay, take that leg across midline. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up, suck in that tummy. Here we go. Knee is bent, knee is not over the top of your foot. Just notice what your balance is like. Because if you're noticing it, you have good balance. If you're on the ground surrounded by paramedics, you have bad balance. especially if you don't know how you got there.
10.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now you should feel your butt. We're going to try this once without the block. Your left foot is forward, your right foot is back. Your hand is on top of the block. You're going to go on tiptoe on the front foot and the rear foot. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to try it first without the roller. Arms go back behind you, spine is straight, knees over the top of your foot. Feel what balance feels like. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. And we're just holding first.
Oh.
Should feel all the work in your butt and your quad, not in your calf. And then we'll try this 5 times. You're going to lift lower your rear leg. Straight, without throwing your head all over the place. Ah. Is that 5?
5.
Okay, good. Switch sides. Once again, high heel, high heel. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Push your hips back. No pressure in your low back. Arms go back behind you. Chest up. We're holding. Energy in your quad and your butt. This is all necessary for running. And here we go. 5. Whoa. Try not to move your head all over the place, especially back and forth.
5.
Good. Oh, switch sides again. Now we're going to do what Miss Mario wanted to do. We're going to lift our heels up. Both heels are up. We're going to try it because we've established balance now. Abs are nice and tight. Heels up. We're going to hinge forward and then come back up. Ooh. Sucking that tummy, straight spine, no pressure in your low back. You should feel it in your quads and your butts. Abs and lats.
5. Are we going to do 10?
10. It's so easy now. But you should feel muscles working, not your toes.
10.
Okay, let's switch sides. Okay, high heel, both feet. Push your hips back, quads are on, lats are on. You're breathing. And here we go. Hinge forward and then come back up. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in the tummy. Being on toes should feel a whole lot easier now. You're working muscles and not joints. No low back. If you feel it in your low back, push your hips back. Keep your chest up. Lats on, abs on. Oh.
10.
Okay, good. Ah, hip circles. You feel your hips? Try to move from your core, not from your head. Okay, go in the opposite
9.
direction. Okay, 10. It felt like 10.
Always do 2 more when you think it's 10.
Okay. Right foot forward, left foot back. Okay, you're gonna put your hand on your right hand on the roller. This time we're gonna do a twist. So you're gonna twist as much as you can. Try to get your heart to face off to the left. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Keep your feet parallel. I know you're gonna wanna do this, but feet are parallel.
Are we using the roller?
For now. Push your hip back. There's a bend in your front knee. Watch the alignment. Abs are nice and tight. You got that twist going on. Now, release both hands off the roller. And we're gonna balance. Take your rear foot off the ground and just balance. Suck in that tummy. This is biomechanical loading into the muscles. And what's potentially the most compromised spot where we should be using muscles, but we tend to use joints. 5, 4, abs, 3, 2, 1. Oh, switch that. Oh. Feet are parallel. You're dropping that hip down. Trying to get your heart off to the right now. Just feel what it feels like to get in the right rotation. And then we're gonna release our hand. Abs are nice and tight. Ah, then we're gonna take that rear leg off the ground.
Farther away.
Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Quad on, butt on, 10. Oh, hip circles. Do you guys feel your abs and your butt? Okay, go in the opposite direction.
That was 8 again.
We're only doing 8. And 8.
7.
8. Okay, we're gonna go onto your left knee. Right foot is forward. Oh. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up. So very important. Head over the top of the block. Abs are engaged, hip circles. Keep your core engaged. Smiles are up. Smiles are up, Gillen. Work through that core.
10.
Okay, go in the opposite direction, even though that felt like 8.
10.
Okay, from here, we're gonna do a little pelvic tuck under and then stick your butt out. We're gonna get the motion first. Abs are nice and tight, no pressure in your low back. Chest up, head over the top of the block still. So your head doesn't move.
10.
Okay, and then you're gonna take your right hand, grab a hold of your left foot. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down back, abs are engaged. Same motion, tuck your tail under, stick your butt out. This is stretching out your rectus femoris. Keep your abs engaged so no pressure goes into your low back. Yep.
10.
And then hip circles. Keep your abs engaged, head is motionless, head is over the top of the block. Opposite direction. Keep breathing. Okay, stretch forward, deep stretch. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are nice and tight. Same thing, tuck your tail under, stick your butt out. Tuck your tail under, stick your butt out. Abs are nice and tight. Keep that stretch going on. Okay, release that leg. Foot goes back down. Now, what is it? Your left toes are down, abs are nice and tight, hands are, stick them up. We're gonna practice only 1 inch. We're only gonna do one activity in this way. Chest is up, abs are engaged. I want you to tighten the tummy as you lift 1 inch off the block. Just hold there. Mario's counting. Works in your butt, your quads, your abs, your lats.
10.
Okay, back down. Switch sides. Once again, head is over the top of the block. Abs are nice and tight. First, second, third chakras fire up. Hip circles, no head motion. Suck in that tummy. Go in the opposite direction.
Seven. 10.
Okay, reach back with that left hand, grab a hold of your right foot. Oh wait, we did something before then, didn't we? Forgot one thing. So just tuck the tail under, stick your butt out. Tuck the tail under, stick the butt out. I want you to get the motion without loading your back or moving your head. Keep breathing.
10.
Okay, now reach back with that hand, grab a hold of it, stretch. Same thing, tuck your tail under, stick your butt out. Tuck your tail under, stick your butt out. Yes. Chest up.
10.
Okay, now you're gonna do hip circles. Try not to move your head again. Head is over the top of the block. Okay, opposite direction. Smiles are up. Okay, we're gonna stretch forward. And in the stretch forward position, we're gonna do it once again where you tuck your tail under and then stick your butt out. See how that stretch going on? This is your rectus femoris. Abs are nice and tight. Okay. Oh, toes are gonna come down. Those are your right toes. Abs are nice and tight. Hands go and stick them up. Your core goes on. Shoulder blades are down and back. We're gonna work the quads and the butt. And here we go. Lift up. 1 inch. Hands and stick them up. Only 1 inch. Abs are nice and tight. Working muscles, not joints. Watch the alignment of knee over the top of your foot. Okay, back down again. We're gonna come into kneeling on the ground finally. Oh. Okay, knees are bent, toes are pointing backwards. We're gonna just massage out our knees first, because you'll think you have knee pain when it's just really your quad muscles we're working.
I'm gonna use the ball.
You could use a ball like Mario's doing. Remember that the quad muscles are one of the testosterogenic muscles. Testosterone is what makes the body feel good, whether you're male or female. Keeping the quads healthy keeps the rest of your vitality going. Roll things out. And realize what you're thinking is knee pain is not actually knee pain, it is quad tightness. Okay? Ball down, we're gonna stretch backwards. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna do our sit-ups here. Suck in your tummy, change the shape of your abdomen, and then do it again. Suck it in, release, suck it in, release. So we've been working on balance with activation of the muscles. And that's why it's kind of hard to turn those muscles on.
10.
Okay? Now, you're gonna curl your toes under. We're gonna do the same thing. Ooh. If you feel excessive pressure in your metatarsal heads, just push your heels back. And then you're gonna lean back. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna change the shape of our abdomen and release. Suck it in, release. Keep breathing. Smiles are up.
9. 10.
Okay. We're gonna point our toes again. We're gonna lift our knees off the ground. Same thing, sit up, suck it in, suck it in, suck it in. Your clothes will wrinkle where there's movement, so make sure your abdomen's wrinkling.
10.
Okay, curl those toes under. Push your heels back so there's not excessive pressure in those metatarsal heads. Push your hips forward. We're gonna go into what looks like camel. And then suck in your tummy and release. Suck it in, release. Abs are nice and tight.
10.
Okay. So your legs are going to be back behind you once again. Toes are back behind you. We're going to work on quad strengthening. So chest is up. We're going to start out by just coming up, push our hips forward, and then go back down. Fight the temptation of clenching your butt. Keep your abs engaged. We're working our quad muscles. Once again, if you feel pressure in your knees, it's not because of your knees, it's because your quad muscles are working. And if it's excessive into the knees, that means you have to fire up more muscles and get it out of your knees.
Eight.
I knew it.
9. 10.
Okay, rest for a second. Okay, hands are in stick 'em up. We're gonna work on stepping now. You're gonna come up, step, and then put your leg back down. You're using your quad to lift you up. The temptation will be to only use your hip flexor on this side, but you're also using your downside quad. Your smiles are up. Get a good, clean step in front of you. Don't pull your foot around. Okay, good. Rest. Block and ball time. Block on top of ball. You're going to have a seat on top of the block on top of the ball. The ball will be midway between your pubic bone and tailbone. Chest is up. Shoulder blades are down and back. The most important thing is that your head is over the top of the ball. First chakra's on just by sitting on top of the ball. Second chakra, we want you engaged. Third chakra, we're closing up. We're breathing. And then here we go. Sit up time, suck in your tummy, tighten your pelvic floor, close up your rib cage, release, do again. Keep your head over the top of the ball. I know your head will want to come forward, don't let it. Keep it over the top of the ball. Tighten your abs, try to contour your body. And like I said, your clothes will wrinkle where there's movement. So if there's no wrinkling going on in your belly area, it's probably not moving. Tighten your pelvic floor.
10.
Okay, good. Suck in that tummy. We're going to draw our shoulder blades down and back because we're going to do a little stretching with the roller. You're going to take the roller, put it behind your back. So this is where your head will want to go forward. You're going to bring that head right over the top of your pelvic floor. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. And that's in fact what we're going to do. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. Abs are nice and tight. Just squeeze. It's keeping you in good form. Keep your head over the top of your body. Abs are engaged. Suck in that tummy. I know your abs are going to want to shut off. Don't let them shut off. Ooh, that guy's got the rhythm.
10.
Okay, we're going to draw it a little higher. Let's close up your rib cage. Now it's closer to being behind your rib cage, so I want you to really work to close that rib cage up. Abs are on. Same thing, just draw your shoulder blades down and back. This is just working good posture anyway, so too much of this is good. Okay, now you're going to take this roller and put it behind your head. So here's where it gets interesting. You'll want to send your head forward. We don't want the head forward. We want the head over the top of the pelvic floor. Hands on the roller. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. You are going to find out immediately if you have shoulder issues. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Abs are nice and tight. That's all we're going to do is squeeze your shoulder blades together like we were doing before. There's not going to be much movement, but make sure that head doesn't go forward. One of my favorite videos when I first came to this island is they got a whole bunch of island celebrities and they played their favorite island music and they were wearing headphones and the whole challenge was they couldn't sing along.
10.
Yep. Okay, go ahead, release. Let some circulation come into your arms. Your hands are going to go on top of the roller. Chest is going to go up. We're going to do the same thing. Yeah, it was so funny to see these people, like, it was like dogs looking at, like, sheep or something, and they wanted to go herd them. Suck in that tummy as your chest goes up.
10.
Good. We're going to do a little arm work here. You're going to stay on top of the ball. Your butt's going to stick out. First, you're going to do some sit-ups here. You're going to suck in your tummy as hard as you can. And oops, this is the arm work. Give me a slight bend in the elbow so your muscles are working. Don't lock them out because no muscles are working. You're working the joints. We want it deeper, and then we're going to do our sit-ups. Stick your booty out. Okay.
9.
And then, okay.
10.
And then you're going to roll your hands out on top. This will work your arm muscles, your triceps, a little bit your biceps, but your lats will work. Especially if your chest is up and your abs are engaged. So really suck in that tummy. Keep your pelvic floor connected to the ball. That's what's going to be tricky.
10.
Okay, now you're going to just roll it out on your forearms. Keep your abs engaged. Thumbs are up. Okay, we're going to do a tiny bit of arm work. We have enough time. Hands go together. You're going to interlock your fingers. You're going to try to rip your arms apart, but your fingers are holding it together. You're going to lock out your arms. Abs are nice and tight. Chest is up. Shoulder blades are down and back. Really pull your hands apart, chest up, and then you're going to chop some wood. Nice and slow. Keep ripping apart the whole time. There's no point. Your hands aren't trying to get apart. Suck in your tummy. Keep breathing. Keep the shoulder blades down and back. Jaws relaxed. Suck in that tummy. This is surprisingly working your arm muscles with your pelvic floor. What is that?
6.
6. I thought that was at least 12. Abs. Don't let your arms shut off. We want to get rid of the lunch lady arms. Or as one of my clients used to call them, wind sails.
10.
Okay, shake out those arms. Now we're going to do the exact opposite. Our hands love being together. In fact, they love squeezing together. You're going to keep your arms straight. Keep squeezing. Chest is up. Shoulder blades are down and back. Again, you're chopping wood. Smiles are up. Keep your pelvic floor on. You're not sitting on your tailbone. You're on midway between that pubic bone and tailbone. Abs are tight. Keep breathing. Remember?
6.
Oh my goodness.
Again.
I thought it was 12 again. I'm just squeezing harder, that's all. And it's surprising how much work this will generate in your arms because your arms aren't used to working like this unless you have a profession that causes you to do this, like lumberjack or, you know. Okay, we're gonna come up off of that ball. Take the ball out from underneath your booty. And you're gonna have a seat on the floor. Oh. Keep your ball handy because we're gonna use it. Okay? Ball's gonna go underneath your left butt cheek. Oh, right butt cheek. It goes under your right butt cheek as you cross your right ankle over your left knee. And you're gonna just roll out your booty. This is your glute max piriformis complex, so if it feels tight, you're clenching during the day, we're unclenching you. Gillen, switch your legs. There you go. Abs are nice and tight. We're still working that ab connection. So what can happen is if your butt is clenching, we'll accidentally use our butt muscles for our pelvic floor muscles. They're close, but they're not the same thing.
The orange ball is helping.
Oh, don't you worry. Okay, let's switch sides. Oh. Cross your left ankle over your right knee as you're heavy over top of the ball on under your left butt cheek. Abs are nice and tight. We're opening up the glute max piriformis complex on the left side. For right-handed people, this side's usually tighter. What number?
4.
4? Opposite direction? Or did we do an opposite direction? Okay, that's good. Okay, we're going to switch it out now. We're going to take the big ball out. We're going to take the cross ball and put it underneath your right butt cheek. We're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee, and we're going to do some painful rolling. I have a dear friend that I love very much, and he dresses really, really well. Except he has trouble getting food into his mouth. So his body is covered, I thought I was bad, is covered with like food trauma all over his clothing.
It's like all his food signs his clothes before they leave.
But he's really good at matching what he eats, so it's not really noticeable at first. Oh.
It's like his food diary.
Yes, it's totally what it is. But he dresses so well. That's the crazy thing. Okay, let's switch sides. Oh, ball goes under your left butt cheek. Any pain you're feeling is not because of the ball. It's because of you clenching your butt all week long. Abs nice and tight. All week long, all day long, night and day. Get the side of your hip as well as on top of your hip. Ooh, get anything that feels sore out of there. Notice if one side's tighter than the other. If it is, we call that one side is tighter than the other syndrome. Suck in your tummy. Your job is to balance it out. Oh. Whew. Oh. Okay, we're coming off of that. We're going to shake our legs out in front of us. We're going to touch our toes and notice how much easier it is to touch our toes. Okay. We're now going to counter stretch as we put the ball in the small of your back. And we're going to arch backwards. And we're going to rock from side to side. So here's the deal. If you feel pressure in your low back, that means you used your psoas muscle. That is what we did not want to use. If you feel it in the front of your hips, you overly used what's called your iliacus muscle. Those are both hip flexors. But if you're sore right down the middle, like in your six pack, that's your rectus abdominis, and that's great if that's sore. Okay. Ball goes underneath your sacrum. Oh, legs go up in the air. You're going to look at your toes because we're going to do toe exercises. You're going to separate your toes, then you're going to bring them together. Separate your toes, bring them together. Try not to use your hands or your nostrils. This is just toe action. Notice if one toe is doing more work than the others, or if there's one toe not doing anything, put it to work.
10.
Okay, and now we do a little bit of ankle work. You're going to pump your ankles. And like we've talked about before, this is a position where the feet and the ankles aren't getting the blood it typically gets because we're not standing on our feet. So very quickly, your calves fatigue. We're going to take it beyond that and keep going for about 30 with the intention of getting the blood out of your feet and your legs and back to your heart. Because the calf muscles are the second heart in the human body, especially the soleus. What number's that?
18.
Okay. I was gonna say 8. You should feel your calves disengorging with blood. You may actually feel soreness as your knees, as your body's trying to figure out what's causing this pain, so it's just arbitrarily assigning it to your knees.
And 30.
Okay, good. Now we're gonna just drop your heels to your butt and do it again. Just keep doing that until you get the coordination of no pressure in your knees or your back, your ankles, anywhere else, because we're working muscles and not joints. So if you feel pressure in your knees, figure out what muscles you have to stabilize so this stops hurting or pressuring into the knees. Okay, and then we're gonna go for a walk. And then double time. So we take it to a little jog. And then we're gonna take it up to a trot. Abs are engaged, work those abs. Now we're gonna take it to a run. And then we're gonna take it to a Gillen sprint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, feet back to the ground. Legs go out straight, rocking your hips from side to side. Once again, remembering, if you feel pressure in your low back, you use your psoas. If you feel it in the front of your hips, you use your iliacus. But if you feel it right down the middle, that means you used your abs, and that's fantastic. Okay, bend your knees, move the ball up a little bit. You're gonna put the soles of your feet together, let your knees drop out. We're gonna stretch open the adductors, the abs are nice and tight. Close up the rib cage to protect your low back. Rock from side to side. Abs are engaged. Okay, so as Mario changes music and we get onto rollers, Mario's got to figure out where her phone is.
Right here.
Your butt's going to be on one end. Your head's going to be on the other end. Your feet are parallel. Your knees are bent. We're going to do one little detail. You're going to wiggle up the roller till just your EOP, the external occipital protuberance, the bump on the back of your head comes off the roller slightly. We do that to get our head over the top of our pelvic floor because there's a structure called tentorium cerebri, and that is the membrane or diaphragm that holds the brain up, and we want it over the top of our pelvic floor and all the other midline diaphragms as you now breathe. Draw your shoulder blades back with a little squeeze. Close up your rib cage. Tighten second chakra, pull up first chakra. We're going to look at some of the balance again as you take both arms above the ground or off the ground. And then you're going to take your right leg into the air. You're going to feel what balance feels like. Put your right foot down again. Take your left foot into the air. See if the balance feels exactly the same. Keep your core on. First, second, third chakras are on. Try it with your eyes closed. It's a whole new world. Switch sides again. Right leg's in the air. You're going to set your leg and arms into motion now and just see what balance feels like. Notice if one side's better than the other. Notice if you avoid crossing midline or going out. Okay, switch sides. Left foot in the air, arms in the air. Once you get your balance set up, set your arm or your leg into motion. Remember to breathe. And foot back down on the ground. Hands back down on the ground. Just breathe. Put the soles of your feet together, bend your knees, let your knees drop out to the side. We're opening up those adductors again. Shoulder blades are down and back, abs are engaged. Try to keep your spine against the roller. It's okay if you rock from side to side. See how much you can create opening with those adductors as you keep your spine against the roller. Jaws relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Abs are engaged. Once again, feet flat on the ground, knees are over tops of your feet. You're getting back into athletic ready posture. Feet are parallel, knees are over tops of your feet. Springy in the lower half, elongated in the upper half. Activation of the righting reflex, stabilizing of the brain. Shoulder blades go down and back, and you're breathing. You guys stay on your rollers, I'm coming off. Feel what it feels like to have an elongated spine and bent extremities. This is athletic ready posture. It allows you to find your center. And anytime you find your center, you're really close to meditation. And this is why people find our meditation through athletic endeavor, or certain things, certain activities where they have to get in athletic ready posture, like washing the dishes or carpentry work. So feel what it feels like to be this close to meditation, and then just go into it as you find your balance and your center and your breath. So on behalf of Mari and me, we'd like to say thank you for being here. Thank you for all you bring. Thank you for supporting us. And thank you for doing the crazy things we ask of you. We appreciate you guys so very much. Namaste.
Namaste.